For 23 years, we've called this place home. We've raised a family here. 2 beautiful girls. 6 months ago, my boss called me into his office. The company was restructuring. They valued my work, but if I wanted to keep my job, I would need to move. It was a difficult decision. My job allowed me to support my family well, and it had never interfered with our spiritual routine. We said many prayers about it. We discussed it as a family, and we decided to move. But we were anxious. My family has only ever known one home, one congregation. My girls have many friends in the congregation, good examples who are helping them to serve Jehova. This is going to be hard on all of us. A brother in our hall had moved into the congregation a few years ago. I asked him how his family coped with the challenge. He said that the key to staying grounded is maintaining the one thing that should never change, our spiritual routine. But that requires work and planning to make sure our move doesn't stop us from getting to the meetings, sharing in the ministry, spending time with our brothers and sisters, and looking after our family. His advice was spot on. After some research, I found a scripture that illustrated our situation. And the rain poured down, and the floods came, and the winds blew and lashed against that house, but it did not cave in, for it had been founded on the rock. The discreet man built his house on good foundations. He took a plan, and he worked hard. When the storm came, his house survived. As a family, we needed a plan that would help us stay spiritually grounded through our move. So we wrote our own plan. Just like the discreet man, we wanted to build our move on a strong spiritual foundation. So we made a visit to our new congregation ahead of our move. Over the years, it becomes a comfort to walk into a Kingdom Hall and see familiar faces. Walking into our new congregation reminded me how much we're going to miss everyone. But the Bible tells us that with the measure we measure out, others will measure to us in return. So we resolve to show love first.
Hello, I'm Jessica. Hi, I'm Samantha. Nice to meet you.
The best way to get to know our new congregation is to work with the brothers and sisters in the ministry. No matter where we go, we'll find people that love Jehova and each other. Moving day finally arrived. The last boxes were packed. We locked the door one final time and began our journey to our new home. It took effort, but visiting the congregation ahead of time was well worth it. Look, we already have friends here. Unpacking seemed to never end, but the one thing that we all promised ourselves at family worship was that we would not let our move affect our spiritual routine.
Has anyone seen my ties? Found them!
We planned that we wouldn't let anything stop us from going to the meetings. The ministry is very different. We've had to adapt and learn new techniques. The brothers and sisters are different too. It's important not to focus on negative comparisons. Instead, be positive. During this transition, it is especially important to be sensitive to our spiritual needs. Family worship is vital. Keeping spiritually grounded through such a big transition isn't easy, especially with a family. It took a lot of time and energy to care for our needs, not just spiritually, but emotionally too. Planning ahead, like the discreet man, helped our family to stay spiritually grounded.